Maybe you woke up and your goldfish was dead. You might be getting older and you just can't drive at night. There's a lot of reasons that you might have missed church, but you can still dig into the Word. So pull up a chair and open up your mind to Rock Mountain Live. Rock Mountain Live, it's time to thrive. Don't hit the snooze, we got good news on Rock Mountain Live.
Oh, really? Well, maybe he's watching. Hey, Buck, good morning, and everybody else. Hey, welcome to Rock Mountain Live. We're glad you're here. We have special guest Deacon Jeremy with us this morning.
Good morning.
Me and Gavin, as usual. Jason R. Rice is tromping around the world, as he does. He's in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So Deacon Jeremy was nice enough to come in, join in right before work.
On the GWP.
Really cool. What's GWP?
Oh, don't y'all say the
greatest GWP, Greatest World's
podcast. That's where I get. You don't want to make it sound just exactly the same.
Oh, okay. So. We want to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But GWP would be the Greatest World's podcast.
I didn't know what you meant either, but I was going with it. I was like, yeah.
I always think about. Watch out! You're cutting your face off there. I always think about how
I am bigger than Rice.
Right? That's right. This is a challenge.
Okay.
Because Rice is about a quarter of your size. I think he could fit in your one leg.
It's almost like somebody ate a bunch of chicken wings last night. I'm not sure.
Well, anyway, hey, we're glad you're with us this morning. Maybe you're, getting ready for work, getting ready to start the day, and you've tuned in with us. We're glad you're here, and we're kicking off, right, hot and ready with the top 7 list. We're talking today about the top 7 Wildest World Records. So we're going to Guinness, man. The old Guinness book.
Mm-hmm.
Say, why are you doing this, guys? Well, we want to entertain you, and these are funny things. We're talking about Ecclesiastes later, getting into the wisdom literature, thinking about life and meaning and purpose or the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So as part of that is we live in a wild world, and in a wild world, there's some crazy world records.
I love a good world record.
Do you like a good world record?
Yeah, I think the word world here is pretty significant. I mean, this is not like the Jefferson County record here.
No.
The absolute world.
In fact, I've never seen the Jefferson County record book. I don't think such a thing exists.
I don't think it does.
But I imagine there's some records.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, we had neighborhood records when I was growing up.
Yeah, no, wiffle ball championships, those were the real things.
Furthest ramping your
that's exactly
BMX
what I was thinking.
bike.
Who's made the longest jump?
Yeah.
I was thinking most successful rooster in a rooster fight.
Well, that's illegal, but yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
We had wiffle ball too,
Well, yeah, we also have that. Played a little knee football back in the day. My buddies will know what we're talking about there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of world records. I'm sitting on pins and needles.
Oh man, let's do this. Let's do this. Number 7, longest time suspended by the hair.
That's going to be a problem for us.
Well, circus performer Layla Noon hung by her ponytail for 25 minutes and 11 seconds in California's Redwood Forest to break the world record. She trained for years to build the neck strength required for the stunt. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a photo of Layla there hanging by her ponytail for 25 plus minutes.
Wow.
You go. Yeah.
Is neck strength really required? I mean, if her neck gives out, she's still hanging there.
I mean, but look, you can see her neck is really tensed up. I mean, there's
she would otherwise be not alive if it wasn't tensed up at this point, I think. I mean, this is
I thought it was going to be some, I don't know. I mean, she's pretty shredded. There's no way she held that crisscross applesauce for the whole time.
No, I saw some other photos of her doing other poses around and different things, but
yeah, that is very impressive. I think maybe just holding the crisscross applesauce for the 23 minutes. She may be on there twice, is what I think you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did she start about 30 minutes before this and end up finish up around noon?
I don't know.
It is a Wild World
That's a
Record.
dad joke. Y'all didn't get it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say it again.
Take two.
Did she start at 11:30 and finish up around noon?
Oh, because that's her name?
I didn't see her name.
Yeah, her name. Let's go back.
Man, if
yeah.
that would have hit me
Layla
the first time
Noon.
you said it.
Layla Noon.
That's good.
Yeah.
That would have been a really cool world record.
Man,
You know what I like?
I
is
feel
how she
ashamed for not
It's
picking
okay.
up on that.
She also 25 minutes and 11 seconds.
Yeah, you
So
don't
that's
leave that
important.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Layla Evening could do 25-13.
That's right.
And,
Yeah.
There you go.
And you could have the tiebreaker.
It's like twins arguing over who's
really,
older.
really good.
You know?
Oh, Jimmy Youngblood's watching. He said, well,
Jimmy!
Too bad none of you guys can try that.
Well,
That's
Jimmy.
what I said.
Well, because
Jimmy.
we're all bald, Jimmy. You know,
Jimmy
thanks for
speaks
pointing it out.
yourself, Jimmy, because you haven't met me before.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I do this at work at lunch.
Do you know, I'll look at stuff, when you see these Guinness World Records, these kinds of silly ones these days, I'm like, who cares?
I know. Well, that's the fun of it.
No,
It's
I
hard to
mean,
impress me
That's the
these
fun
days,
of it.
right?
Yeah.
And, hey,
Just
Jimmy Youngblood's my former boss.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
right. He was my employer.
I bet he hung you by your hair from time to time.
Well, I'm just trying to think. Is the background? I mean, we could talk for this one the rest of the day, but is that background? Is she in the Sequoia Forest?
She's in a
Yeah.
redwood forest. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I said.
California's redwood forest. So she wanted, you
got a
know,
good background,
this is an activist move here. We're saving the trees while we're hanging from our hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's crunchy.
Yeah.
She has a metal apparatus through her ponytail. I'll just go ahead and tell y'all that.
She
now.
does.
Yes. And
Yeah. Cheater.
Hey, I still use several Jimmy Youngblood isms.
Do you?
In my he gave me a few funny phrases.
Jimmy.
One of my favorite ones was, now you must understand, I was like 18 when I worked for
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah. Very mature.
And so
Okay.
as an 18-year-old, we'd be like, "Hey, what time we knocking off today?"
Mm-hmm.
And he'd say, "Around about dark 30,
the
baby."
dark 30.
Dark
Dark
30.
30.
Yeah. Not noon. Dark 30.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, hey.
Hey, we got Mr. Noah Huddleston with us this morning who says, "Wow."
Oh,
And why would anyone ever do that?
Thank you, Noah.
Well, I mean, maybe you want to be on a great podcast one day and you realize if you hang from your hair for about half an hour, you know.
Yeah.
That's a
How about Jimmy Youngblood just really wrapping it up this morning? I caught grapes on the beach from the 5th floor balcony. Stupid human trick.
I guarantee you Jimmy did that.
With the hands or the mouth?
Well, it's got to be the mouth.
Listen.
I mean, right?
I don't know Jimmy, but if he hashtagged stupid with something,
Yeah, it's probably going to be
I'm
the
guessing
mouth.
it's going with a mouth or something there. It
Yes.
probably sounds like for money. I'm not sure. I don't know it real well. But
Listen.
was this a gamble?
Jimmy.
Yeah,
Fifth
well, y'all
floor.
don't know Jimmy. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey,
And I know he probably did that.
Yeah.
let's go down to number 6. Number 6, the most candy canes in a beard. He says mouth, by the way. We've got clarification.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Throwing them
Yeah.
probably on a spring break.
None of us have the necessary beards to do this, but Joel Strasser, who was, by the way, a finalist on The Amazing Race, wow.
This is who it is?
Yeah, he holds the record for the most candy canes in a beard at 187.
Boy,
This is a whole kind of different hanging of.
Yeah. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I mean, what a better way to celebrate Christmas than
Yeah.
to string some candy canes through the beard hair.
what a goober.
Wow.
There's many performing artists that hang from the air and things like that, but what state of mind are you where you're like, okay, I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with candy canes as a beer. And the simple fact that the smell has to be major,
Yeah.
major coming out of those candy canes,
Yeah.
even in the wrapper there.
Yeah,
So,
that'll put you in the spirit to get
what
a
is
whiff
he?
of that.
I don't know the man's beard game underneath there, but is he clipping them in?
It has
somehow?
to be substantial.
I don't know how he works it out.
That's what I think, too. What's the genesis of this idea? Like,
You mean the Guinness?
what's the genesis of this idea?
I don't know who.
Is it a soft J?
We got a hashtag I love big owls. I don't know.
I don't
I don't know what that means. But
I feel like this guy's a pick me guy. Like pick me, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, show me on the.
he's married, so we'll give him a little bit of. I mean,
Yeah.
his wife may like candy canes. I don't know.
Oh, this one's a little more impressive. If
This
you
one's
ask me.
cool.
Farthest
I like it.
throw of a washing machine.
No, I'd watch that.
Recently, too, 2022 strongman Johan Espencrono threw a washing machine for 14 feet 7 inches. Boom.
Why did you say it like Ivan Drago?
How would you say that? How would you say Espencrono? Corona.
Man, I don't know.
He's not from around
14
here.
feet. Let's
He didn't
put
go to
that into,
McAdory.
let's put that in context.
I don't know if this is a staged photo, by the way.
He
but
may have gone to McAdory. You know Mark Limson?
I do know Cho Chung.
Yeah. So that could be him right there.
may have gone to McAdory.
I said he didn't go to McAdory. Listen,
I'm just saying. First of all, you got to find a wash machine to throw.
Yeah, take that drum out too if you want to get some distance. But kind of looks like the drum's in it in the photo.
14.
it's a front loader. Those are heavier too.
No, I mean I don't know if that's AI, but that's an expensive washing machine.
That's nice.
Yeah, or dryer. It's a washing machine or dryer. That's big.
Washing
here.
machine.
It's a washing
Oh,
machine.
that's big difference.
Yeah, because it's,
Yeah.
it's a
Big,
lot-
big difference. Big difference.
Washing machines are much heavier than dryers.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I'd watch that.
14 feet, man. That's the Guinness Book entry said it's the length of a giraffe. I guess from like
Yeah.
whatever. I mean,
Yeah, I mean a basketball goal 10 feet. You lay, yeah,
Threw
so
it as long as a giraffe.
it rolled. It rolled. You know it rolled.
Yeah.
Paige just reminded me we have a washing machine we can throw if we need one to throw. We got one. We can make it happen. I felt like I could get a good 4 feet.
You think? Well, it's 4 feet long. Yes, you can get 4.
I mean, just with just a
Yes,
general
yeah,
shove.
Yeah. Just height the view. You're 6 foot 1 inches.
Six
so
even,
falling
yeah.
over. You got 4 feet easy.
Yeah. What do you think? You get maybe 5 or 6 because you got some muscles.
No, no, I'm not. No, my back. Remember,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Jeremy
can't
would
do
be
that.
out permanent.
Yeah.
And you would too.
Oh gosh, dude.
Your
I
hernia would just explode.
How does your wife tell you the washing machine needs to come out of the basement without telling you your washing machine comes out of the basement?
I was thinking too.
That's funny. Paige, I'm glad you're awake. That's awesome. We'll get it out after the podcast. Don't worry.
We're going to be,
Don't worry.
Next week, competition. We'll see who can chunk it the furthest.
Yeah, we should. Come in. Yeah, do a live feed.
We'll do a live feed.
I'll come
Yeah.
film it.
I'll bring the appliance dolly.
Let's go down to number 4 here. This one's a little, I thought, should we even include this? Because we're Christians and this is a Christian podcast. But, we're talking about Wild World Records. And this is the longest tongue on a female.
Weird.
All right. California Chanel Taper, I guess, or Tapper, holds the record. Paige, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt that, but we just bought a new washing machine. Our old one's in the yard. So it's ready. It's ready.
No, she's
That's
ready for it to be
awesome.
out of her yard, is what she's
I
telling
hear
you. Jason.
that.
You're
Yeah.
officially white trash.
We're white trash for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, we got to
Whoa.
get that out. And if anybody's interested,
You say what I think
I
is
am.
what's
That's
what's
right.
happening here. Well, you're not white trash, Paige. You're royalty around here.
No, not
White
Paige. I was talking about Jason.
Well, the whole family has tagged that since he's left the washing machine out in the front yard the whole time.
I think Paige has kind of got a little good tan, so she's kind of like, sort of tannish trash.
Y'all start using that for a extra garbage can, then you're definitely 100% not my friend ever again. Ever
things on
again.
top
I
of
haven't
it,
thrown a
leave it
little
there.
something.
Why did the Benedettos leave the church? Well, it's a long story about a Guinness record of a trash full of a garbage can. Yes,
Dude, if you hadn't left this church by now, you ain't going nowhere.
that's true. That
Go
You're
is-
visit
not
a new
going
church,
nowhere.
ask the pastor.
Yeah.
yeah.
Where's your washing machine?
Oh man. Hey Jan, good morning. Good to see you.
Jan's my neighbor, a few houses up.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
she
right.
represents the hood.
Super sweet. Let's talk about Chanel Tapper. She holds the record with a tongue measuring 3.8 inches, which is 9.75 centimeters. Is
She can
impressive.
flip cups and even move
centimeters.
objects. with
Yeah, flipping cups,
I don't-
moving
you
on.
look
Here
first.
she is.
it. Ah, come on.
Oh, you didn't want to look?
I'm thinking kiss right off the bat.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's,
That's,
male. Did she?
Yeah,
so
I'm just saying, but
yeah.
equivalent to that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that.
Wanna rock and roll all night.
What's the
That's weird looking.
what shoots out and grabs the bugs in the fly? What's the
That'd be a frog.
Hold on.
Oh.
what's the
Venus flytrap?
No.
We're talking about frogs.
is it a frog or a lizard? I don't know.
Well,
bullfrog?
some lizards, I guess, pull it off.
Well-
Listen, we all occasionally bite our tongues sometimes,
She's bitten
and
her tongue.
there's a figure of speech, right? Like I sort of bit my tongue before
Yeah.
saying that. Like me, a lot of times think, say before you think. But this you have to really watch when you're eating here, biting the tongue here.
Yeah, that's weird.
Is it genetic? I mean, I knew a girl, from elementary school that she'd come out and touch the bottom of her chin, come up, touch her nose. And
Yeah.
Is it genetic? I mean, and is there room in the mouth? I mean, what does it do? Kind of roll up there in the back? I mean, how do you handle this?
How do you talk?
I mean, how do you?
That looks quite unnatural.
She seems like such a great person. You can see her personality shining.
She knows that she has the Guinness World Record.
Yeah, she does.
And
check this out.
I think if she was here, she would give us a lot of reasons of the pros and the cons.
Probably so.
I don't know if I need to know those, but yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Jan says, yes, the cuz Jeremy is on. Boom, boom, boom. John is with us this morning. Love John Davis. Morning to you. Oh, this is getting better and better, guys. Let's go to number 3. This one you may remember from the old show, That's Incredible. Do y'all remember that show from the 80s?
I don't remember that.
There was some show, I remember seeing this guy, the man who ate an airplane. French performer Michael Lotito famously ate metal objects. I mean, there was a big special on him, eating bicycles. He would break them apart and eat them little pieces at a time, TVs, chandeliers, and the world record is this small airplane, Cessna.
Is this real?
This is true, yeah. I remember the special, and he's in the Guinness book. He has an unusually thick stomach lining and powerful digestive acids.
Your kid.
Probably goes without saying that the guy's dead now. Okay.
I would imagine
he's gone. He's gone. It took him 3 years to eat this airplane, but he broke it down and ate it piece by piece.
He ate the airplane.
Hello.
My goodness.
Oh, so many questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's photos of him eating various things. I couldn't find one where he was eating the airplane because it was piece by piece, But this is kind of like a promo photo of, And I think he's older. I think he was younger when he ate the airplane. This is later, because he was famous for it. But yeah, there's a photo online of him just like eating bicycle spokes, and he would clip them up and just eat little. Yeah, he tells the story, he said, when I was a kid, I just recognized I had this, I could just eat whatever, and it didn't bother me. And
we all eat, and we say, man, that's the best part of my meal. What do you get to like the carburetor of this bad boy? And you're like, man, that carburetor is the perfect. I mean, do you wash this airplane prior to? Does what's his last name?
You salt it.
Lotito.
Does Miss Lotito prepare this meal every evening for him? We're back to the actual plane numbers now. We're almost done.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be honest. He needs some mental evaluation.
He does. He
needs some mental evaluation. That's the serious part of it. The second part of it
I mentioned he's dead, so.
Yeah. This guy is like maybe the original David Blaine. I mean, David Blaine will eat swords and glass and stuff, so he's a magician, I guess,
right.
But he still eats those things.
I don't mean to take the conversation
No, you can.
into the toilet.
Oh,
but I'm thinking, you ever have a kid that accidentally swallowed a penny or something? You say
you're waiting on it.
They're like, "Don't worry, it'll pass." What is this guy's bathroom time like?
You know where you
talk about hemorrhoids.
Go in the convenience store and you could drop the quarter in and it can ring the cup and win something. Yeah. That noise. Ding.
Hey, how about he could eat
the bottom of the jar? I feel like that's what you're talking about.
Hey, he could eat a plane, but he couldn't fly on one.
No,
trying to get through the metal detector.
Be looking over the side, and he'd be chewing on the armrest over there, like, God, slow down, man. Jeez,
sir, can you step back this way?
That's right.
Next time you're really hungry and you go to the restaurant and you say, I'm hungry enough to eat an airplane, it'll
make perfect sense. Yeah, those quarters were hitting the bottom of that.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah, he had.
I think he's visited Flint Hill.
We sent him over to Flint Hill.
Yeah.
We said, we know the place for you guys.
Hey, we got a better church just down the road for you.
See what JJ can do with this.
We've never had anything quite that. It's like it sounds like there's a show that's, I don't know if it's still on, but it's a newer show called My Strange Addiction.
Yeah. It's eating the chalks and crazy stuff. He should be the poster child.
He eats airplanes.
It's funny when you go to Google and put his name in, because I was trying to kind of research him a little bit. If you just start putting his name in, the first thing that pops up is cause of death. Everybody wants to know how he died, getting just cut himself up on the inside so much.
Propeller.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, there you go. Hey, real stuff.
New meaning to I'm so hungry I could eat an elephant.
I don't see how you top that one. That should have been number 1.
Yeah. Well, this one, is a letdown after that. Number 2, lifting a person with a beard. Kind of go back to the hair thing. So, Lithuanian strongman Antanas Kantrimas lifted a woman weighing 140 pounds using only his beard. Yeah, this is a letdown. Yeah, dude, try to eat an airplane. Come on. This doesn't even really look that impressive. I didn't do a good job lining these up.
I think the lady hanging from her hair
on that guy's beard would have been cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been better.
She set the record suspended from his beard.
Yeah. Obviously, they don't collab in this top 7 because that would have been a great collab.
Yeah.
And the dude down watching it, eating their airplane, watching her from the beard. That would have been great.
Also, I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions on Mr. Patronus or whatever his name is, but that harness, is that cheating a little bit?
I think the harness could be a cheat.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like pine tar on the bat or something,
Well, Georgia Brett style or legal style? So.
Georgia Brett style.
Georgia Brett style. So, I don't know what these, if this is his wife or his, I don't know, but go get a harness and we're going to hang from my beard in front of a gorgeous lake.
I'm just saying. It's a harness.
It's a harness. Let's move on, guys. Number 1 on this list, fastest pig on a skateboard. All right, so Norbert the Pig from Buffalo Grove, Illinois, is a super talented skateboarder racing around with his family on the streets and pushing off with his tiny trotters. With the help of his owner, Vincent Barron, he has broken the record for the fastest 10 meters pushing a skateboard by a pig. It took him 11 seconds to do it.
Do we have an accompanying video?
And, here he is. I don't have a video, I just got a photo, but I did see the video. Yeah. Norbert the Pig.
They call him Tony Pig.
Tony Pig. Tony Hawk.
Oh, Tony Hawk.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Tony Pork.
There are videos of the pig doing this because this is pretty recent, and it's impressive. I mean, he's 150 pounds.
He looks delicious.
You remember how popular skateboarding was in our middle school days?
Oh man, yeah,
dude. Like I didn't even know how to skate. I just had one. You just brought it with you. And scratched it on the concrete and just
I loved it, man. They used to have a shop.
Thrasher magazine, man. The Galleria had one.
They had a skateboard shop.
Oh yeah.
We had a subscription to Thrasher. Yep. We had these. There was. I mean, it's been a while now, but there was these kids at Flint Hill who were big into skateboards. Yeah. They were like 13. I said, when you guys get a car, you are never gonna pick that thing up ever again. They were like, no way, man. Skate or die, man.
Hey, shout out to our neighborhood kid from McAdoo that's riding the skateboard to school every day.
Come on.
I don't know who you are. But props to you, buddy. I see him on the weekends shooting around town. Props to you, buddy. I don't know your name, but if somebody does, shout out to that guy. Shout out.
That's right.
Maybe I'll start doing a weekly shout out to some people in the neighborhood. But that dude, we see him going to school in the mornings.
Yeah, but how high can he ollie?
This seems more like a longboard. So I don't think he's a trick dude. I think he's more of a get around skater guy, but we could have him on the next podcast and ask him about it. That'd be awesome.
You know what I would ask him is your left leg stronger and bigger than your right leg?
Yeah. Shout out to that guy. If anybody knows who he is, put in the comments there. That guy,
I never got past the ollie.
No,
I wanted to be so good. And I spent so much time. Mm-hmm. I could ollie, but I'd watch Gleaming the Cube. And I'd want to go outside and be like, I can do these tricks, man.
Gosh, those were great times. It was BMX bikes, and then it was skateboards.
Did you guys build a half pipe?
Oh yeah,
we had a quarter pipe.
Hey, holler to Hueytown, old school Hueytown Elementary School with the dirt half pipe outside the school there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody's gonna remember that.
I had a Mike McGill board.
Woo! Somebody will remember that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Gleaming the Cube or Hueytown? Did you ever watch Gleaming the Cube?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes.
I never did.
Well, I tried to skateboard.
That's right.
Yeah, it was cool times. Yeah, my only skateboard story is I tried like everybody else. I could never ollie, but in Gadsden where I was living at the time, there was this skateboard park that someone had built, but it was abandoned. It was just nothing was there. But people would still go out there, and my buddy who was a skateboarder took me out there. And I couldn't do anything, and I just went up one of the sides, and the skateboard came out from under my feet and went into this big bowl that was full of water. You know, where you could, in old days, you could skate it, but now it's full of water, and it was my skateboard was gone forever. Never bought another one ever. I got in the water looking for it.
We had a kid in
Awful.
our neighborhood who mastered kind of a basic kickflip.
Oh yeah.
And he was like king of the neighborhood. We were like, he can do it, and people were like, he can't do that. We were like,
I want to shout out to Buck Bice and his Huffy Sigma with those white hubcaps on it. You remember that?
Dude, let's go.
Let's go, Buck.
You remember? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know
Yeah.
what you're
That
talking
thing,
about.
man. He's the only one I knew that had one.
Not metal spokes. I mean, you're talking
It
about
had the solid white tires on that thing.
Oh, wow.
Were you into BMX?
Yeah,
I love BMX. And I was much
man.
better on a bike.
Did you
than
guys
skateboard.
watch Rad?
Oh, that was a good one.
Send me an angel.
That movie.
Dude, I'd finish watching Rad, and I'm like, I'm going to save this town.
Hey,
I'm trying to get on my bike.
useless fact. That VHS was not mainstream like a ET or maybe at the time. Very on the secondary market, $300-$500.
Oh, really?
For the
I can't believe
VHS of that.
Do you know you can go and watch it for free on YouTube right now?
Yeah,
Because I have.
You want to? Yeah.
I was a big Hell on Wheels fan, too.
Yeah.
I had 10 speed.
Hell Track. You don't know about that, do you?
Hell Track? No.
He don't-
Hell
he don't know
Track's
the
from
movie.
Rad.
Yeah, that's what you don't know. Yeah.
That's how, so the paperboy thinks he's a pro.
That's right.
That's how Young Cruz
No,
saved
it is.
the town.
That is.
He's going to win Hell Track.
Actually, my brother a few years ago got me a reprint of the poster, the movie
Nice.
poster. So we all mirrored. It was, it's like shaded out with a dude doing the trick.
And Johnny Lawrence from Karate
Yeah,
Kid, the
Oh,
villain.
Johnny.
He's also the villain in Rad.
It's a body bag.
And Aunt Becky is the love interest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Send me
What a
an
movie.
angel.
it's a great movie.
What a movie.
If I didn't have to go toilet work the rest of the day, I would.
Let's end the podcast and watch
I
Rad.
think so.
Forget it.
I think so.
I really want to know what it would look like for the three of us to get
Hello, Eric.
a grown up size. Hey, Eric, great to see you, man. All the way from Peru. We got Peru connection. But could we do it? Could we get on BMX bikes? And I mean, I feel like muscle memory would kick in for me, and I could probably. I mean, it wouldn't be the same. I doubt I could just ride a wheelie for a while.
Oh,
I could
I'm
back
out on
then.
any tricks at this point.
Yeah.
But
I can do a donkey kick for sure. I can still do.
Oh, whoa! This is bit. Oh,
Okay.
I can
Don't tempt me to bring a bike up here next
I
week.
could do it, yeah. Or if you had a good ramp, I feel like I could still, but I'd be a lot more careful these days. But
Just give me a townie.
Just give me my Haro bright pink. When
I had a Mongoose freestyle.
Did you? Okay, yeah.
Little skinny tires.
Oh yeah. Oh, with some tall skinnies on.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I
Oh,
never
he
got
was a racer guy.
Yeah,
he went to Oak
Mongoose.
Mountain.
You
He
had
went
to have a
Oak
little-
Mountain. Y'all remember they had races at
They
Oak Mountain
did.
on
Yeah.
weekends?
And that little dirt freestyle track.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought if you had a mongoose, you can't hide money because those weren't
No,
cheap.
no. They had
Well,
the bike store over in Hoover had that.
Well,
where you had to go
I got it for Christmas, and my mom was stolen out of my yard.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I
had
know
to
who
change.
did it.
Oh,
Shout out,
baby.
shout
never
out to
prove
the
it.
thief.
Could never prove it.
Well, I grew up in Eastern Valley, and there's Eastern Valley Road, and you either lived on my side, or you lived on the side with all the hooligans.
Oh yeah,
That's
okay.
right.
I know you were a hooligan. So don't
I
tell me.
wasn't.
Don't tell me. All right, y'all. We got just a quick.
Brandon
share.
Baswell. There, I said it.
No, now the podcast can be taken
Whoa.
off there.
Don't know whatever happened to him in life,
Yeah.
Oh, we're fixing to search him on
but
Facebook.
he's got a mongoose.
Well, our viewership numbers just increased dramatically. Like, did he just shout out somebody?
We will get our handlebar donuts back here, our hand grip donuts back before this show's over with.
Telling you, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Just a quick do share, nothing big. I just want to share that we're on Spotify now. So if you like to, if Spotify's your place, you can catch us there. That's thanks to Jason R. Rice, who taught me, hey, that's easy to do.
Yeah.
So it is easy. So there we go. Also,
Follow us on Spotify.
our YouTube channel, it's always available. If you missed the podcast, you can catch us over there. All the episodes are archived. Now, that's especially helpful if you follow in the Bible study, and you will go back and catch previous studies. So there you go. Spotify, YouTube. We appreciate all the support, all the likes, all the love, all the comments. You really help us out when you watch and when you participate in the podcast doings. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. We appreciate it. All right, guys. Are y'all ready for the highlight of the day? We're back in Ecclesiastes. How do y'all feel about this?
It's chasing after the wind.
Well, it's one of the most misspelled books of the Bible, in my opinion.
It's right up there with Philippians.
Yeah, I want to say that, and
It may hold the world record as the most misspelled.
and it makes perfect sense why you invited me and then told me that we were going to be doing Ecclesiastes, one of the easiest books in the Bible to understand.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah,
very much
absolutely.
for that. Yes, I'm so ready to. I did when I first studied Ecclesiastes. I went, I had to dumb it down a little bit, so I used the word toil and then the word what's the second toiling,
Vanity.
Striving,
vanity.
Yeah.
And I just put like a Jeremy definition into the words. I think it helps out a lot to even to working your hands to the bone,
Yeah.
and make that, and it does help out. Little Bible reading tip there to
Yeah.
understand
It's like
that.
your own version of the Message
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah. This because I don't understand. He says it every third word. So
He does. It's in there a
It's the
lot.
OJDV. Jeremy De Benedetto version.
Yeah. Yes, that's what
JBDV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're getting a lot of bell ringing today, but
Well, this is this is awesome text is what it really is some awesome text because it really makes you feel like oh this is really all these things I do every day really is not the end goal.
well, my whole purpose for choosing it was to try to convince Gavin that it's an awesome text.
All right.
He's not there yet.
He only loves 65 books of the Bible. Is that what you're telling me?
Well,
64.
64.
James is questionable.
Oh wow.
I'm not Martin Luther. What did Luther call James an epistle of straw?
What is JJ teaching over there?
I love
don't
James.
know, man.
You only like.
Don't say I don't love James. Listen, I'm just waiting. I know the Lord's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
We're going to get there.
Oh, yeah. He's actually in chapter 2. He comes up in chapter
Yes!
2. But we're not going to get that far today.
You get a new Bible for Christmas, you're ripping the books out you don't like. What are you doing? I don't need that book in here right now. We'll put it back later.
I really wish we could always go back and read up to where we are, but we can't take the time for that. But, chapter 1 has all this talk about endless cycles, cycles of nature, cycles of sun go up, sun go down, wind blows this way, wind blows that, water cycle, and how life is just sort of this endless sort of hamster wheel, And the emphasis there is this is what life is like under the sun. This is how earthly view. This is just the way it feels. It's the experience of people, and it just seems to never end. And then boom, you die, and that's it.
We've got to get going. We had too much rad commentary.
But we still got some time.
Well, we got wash machines to throw. We got donkey kicks that we got to do. Whatever, flip,
Throw rad under the bus.
Yeah. Right. Oh, that's right. We're going to the man cave after this. Watch a few movies.
Yeah. So let's just, we can't read the whole chapter because it's pretty long, and just kind of read up to what we might have time to cover today. So here in chapter 2, Solomon says, I said in my heart, come now, I will test you with pleasure. Enjoy yourself. Okay, so Solomon's got this experiment going on. Like, let me try to figure out what this life's all about. I'm going to try these different things. I'm very wealthy. I've got some time on my hands. And so I'm going to try pleasure first. So heart, enjoy yourself. But behold, he says, this also is vanity. I said of laughter, it is mad. And of pleasure, what use is it? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like a summary of where he's going, and then he kind of spells it out in more detail. He said, I searched my heart. I searched with my heart how to cheer my body with wine. My heart still guiding me with wisdom, and how to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was good for the children of man to do under heaven during the few, there's the under the sun, under heaven, during the few days of their life. Not even a few years, just a few days of their life. I made great works. I built houses and planted vineyards for myself. I made myself gardens and parks and planted in them all kinds of fruit trees. I made myself pools from which to water the forest of growing trees. I bought male and female slaves and had slaves who were born in my house. I had also great possessions of herds and flocks, more than any who had been before me in Jerusalem. I also gathered for myself silver and gold and the treasure of kings and provinces. I got singers, both men and women, and many concubines, the delight of the sons of man. It's like he doesn't really care if these things are sinful or not. That's not his point. His point is, let me test it out and see how this thing works. So I became great and surpassed all who were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me. When I first read Ecclesiastes, I was like, no, it didn't. You wouldn't have done all this stuff if you did.
Yeah, he sounds like a maniac.
Right.
He's going to say heart for the third time here, so I think he kind of knows what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
right.
that's very key that he's using the word heart in a lot of this, because it really is. I think a lot of these things are of the mind, I think, and just earthly things, but it's all. I think he wouldn't, if it wasn't weighing on his heart in this. I think there wouldn't be some.
Solomon is the original, people still do this kind of thing today. Like, let me test this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat nothing but McDonald's for 30 days.
Yeah.
See
it's
how it
that.
affects the body.
Yeah.
He's the OG.
It's like, let me experiment here.
Yeah.
Sure.
In fact, he even says in this text, I don't think we'll get there, that no king after me needs to do these experiments. I've already done them.
Yeah.
Just read what I wrote, So 10, and whatever my eyes desired, I did not keep from them. I kept my heart from no pleasure, for my heart found pleasure in all my toil, and this was my reward for all my toil. I even enjoyed my work. I enjoyed planting all those gardens and everything. Oh, but
And the other stuff.
But
other things.
Then I considered all that my hands had done and the toil I had expended in doing it, and behold, all was vanity and striving after the wind, and there was nothing to be gained under the sun.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed my work, but then after it was over, when I looked at it and thought about it, I was like, why not do all that? And then it's like for nothing.
Yeah, all of that is not satisfying. It's not fulfilling.
Yeah,
Right.
that you can look at it that way. That he starts with one thing, and nothing fulfilled, like all the way, and then it gets to the end here, and he says that I've gained. I mean, he's not done with the list, but there's many more things he can do on the list. But you just recognize that
It's meaningless.
Yeah, it's very meaningless. Of those things, all those things are pleasures of the earth, right? Though
Yeah.
I think that's what he knows. Even where he says about the concubines. I mean, bringing in the lustful side of things, and then it's just it's all those things are for naught.
This is why people wonder if Solomon was even saved. It's like, what are you doing with your life, dude?
Well, he definitely knows. He knows from right from wrong. I think I get a little bit of that here.
Well, he's the wisest man on earth.
so,
as we
You can't tell a better story than him at a party. You know what I mean? He's got you.
Yeah. He's the dude that always has he one ups you on everything.
He's
Yeah.
the one upper.
One
of all
upper.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a better one than that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
12. So I turned to consider wisdom and madness and folly. For what can the man do who comes after the king? Only what has already been done. That's the statement where he's like, I'm doing all these experiments, and anybody comes after me, they're not going to do any better than my experiments, because I looked at wisdom, madness, and folly.
Sounds like Trump.
Remember that guy at the
Nobody's gonna. I've already done it.
Everybody's-
Oh, yeah. Okay. Done it. Been there.
You can't do anything. I did it.
No, I was still thinking about that guy in the airplane. I'm sorry.
I was just saying. It sounds like a brag. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
guys. You
No.
can take that in any direction you want.
Sure.
No, there's some pride that comes in that. He's wanting to say, he wants to tell you that
Been there.
you're never going to walk up and he's not going to one up me, right?
Yeah.
If
No.
he's got 2 cars, and he's like, man, I got 3.
Yeah, dude.
I did three.
What if we done it?
Done it.
It's been done.
Yeah.
Too late.
13. Then I saw that there is more gain in wisdom than in folly, as there is more gain in light and darkness. And that's a little bit interesting, because he just said it's all meaningless, there's nothing. He said, but you know what? Actually, wisdom is better than folly.
Now we're talking.
Let's acknowledge Friday the 13th and verse 13 there. And
Yeah.
today's Friday the 13th.
Is it really?
Oh, we should have done a
No
top.
kidding.
I was going to wear my Jason mask, but then I figured y'all would thought
That
it was
would
over
be
the
all,
top.
I wouldn't have gotten it, and I'd be like, why is Benedetto having a Jason mask?
Well, it would help with the appearance.
Friday the 13th.
But today is Friday the 13th.
We could have had a good top 7 about Friday the 13th, but anyway.
Good
Too late. Too late.
religious guys like you guys
Yeah.
left the horror movies out of it.
Crystal
Yeah,
Lake.
yeah.
Woo! Watch out.
I can't say I haven't seen those movies.
Do not do anything he's doing off to the side during the movie of Jason.
Right.
You're going to die.
That's right.
And you're not going to be able to run fast enough. So, yeah.
No, never.
I'm going to trip.
14. The wise person has his eyes in his head, but the fool walks in darkness. And yet I perceive that the same event happens to all of them. Then I said in my heart, what happens to the fool will happen to me also. Why then have I been so very wise? And I said in my heart that this also is vanity. For of the wise as of the fool there is no enduring remembrance, seeing that in the days to come all will have been long forgotten. How the wise dies just like the fool. So I hated life. Because what is done under the sun was grievous to me, for all is vanity and a striving after wind.
You didn't like any of that?
Oh yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I'm doing kind of a bit.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Kind of.
This is the word of the Lord. This is the word of the
This
Lord.
is the word of the Lord. Yeah.
Yes.
And Solomon says, "Who cares?"
So what?
It's all dark in here anyway. I don't know.
And
yeah.
no, listen. He's already said earlier that in chapter 1, with knowledge. How did he phrase it? With knowledge comes
Vexation.
vexation.
Yeah.
Another one you really
Increase
need to get the
knowledge.
definition
That's right.
of before you.
I am vexed in my soul.
Yeah.
And so
Ignorance is bliss, you know?
he kind of gets at a little bit of that, which is, he says the wise person has eyes in his head.
Yeah.
Fools, whatever, blind. Or whatever
Yeah.
But the
And
same
darkness,
becomes. There really is something to that.
Well,
let's go back. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the test. I mean, this is that's how he starts it. Come now, I will test you with pleasure. So we're not kidding around about this is an experiment.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying I'm going to see how this works out.
Yeah, one of the greatest things that leads to some of the greatest sinful things in the world, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
But it's all vanity. So these first couple of verses, as the Hebrews would write, are summary verses, and then he's going to detail it out what he's talking about. So he basically just says, "I'm testing with pleasure. That's vanity. It didn't work." And then he's going to explain the different pleasures he tried, and then at the end of the chapter, he's going to say, "See, I told you, it was vanity."
Yeah.
This would be good to plug in the definition of vanity right here. A common use of the word vanity. Right, I did this all in vain. I did this all.
Yeah.
It's.
We have Jason R. Rice joining us in the comments saying, "Deacon Jeremy."
Hey.
Oh, I got this chair warm, keeping it warm for you,
Yeah.
buddy. You don't worry about that.
He's got more square footage of that chair warming too than you normally do.
Oh, thanks,
as well.
man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Well, just bigger bones.
Yeah.
bigger bones.
Bigger
That's it.
bones. Yeah.
Big bounty.
A lot of skitty been eating in this body right here, buddy.
Hey, how's Vancouver, man? Give us a little update on Vancouver.
Well, I think there's a delay.
Good morning. Yeah, we gotta wait. We'll wait on it.
Yeah. So this is obvious, testing with pleasure. I mean, Solomon does this as an experiment, right? But I mean, how long? This couldn't have taken long.
Oh, these are daily tasks.
It must have taken long because he did a lot
I think
of it.
he did. I think he
But
enjoyed himself.
also,
a bit.
when we see pleasure, I think our mind usually goes to some sort of excess of a physical nature. Wine, sex, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
But he goes beyond that. I mean, he's like planting gardens.
He's peeling that onion way back. Right?
Yeah. He's like all sorts of things.
They're on their way home, and Riley wants to wave.
Riley is doing that on purpose. When my first appearance on this podcast, you asked me about myself, and I told you about my family, and I forgot to acknowledge the original child
You
of
just
me
left
and my
one.
wife.
You left one kid.
Riley De Benedetto, which is
That's funny.
a spectacular human being.
Now we're making up for it.
And we love her, and she's maybe we could call her the glue of the family. She keeps us all together there. So
You're fulfilling a stereotype.
Yeah.
The older child always feels forgotten.
yeah, she's the original. So
Well, come on, boys. Let's chant her name. Here we go. Riley.
yes,
All right.
we love her.
Let's go, Riley.
All right, enough of that. Let's go back.
That's meaningless and we're chasing the wind.
Okay.
All right.
Dang, I didn't say that. Your pastor did.
Solomon did.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so it's interesting. I really thought through this a lot. Like he says, "I'm test my soul with pleasure," which, by the way, almost all of human beings do.
Yeah.
Especially teenagers are like,
Yep.
"I got to test my soul with pleasure. I got to give it a try." So mom and dad say you can't have premarital sex and don't do drugs, and the kid's like, "I got to at least try it." I got to just try it and see because we want pleasure.
I'll even take it even past the teen age.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yes,
I guess I'm saying that's where
the
it
original.
starts.
The original start.
That's where it
That's
starts.
right.
It is stereotypical.
Yes,
of
correct.
the youth.
So Solomon's not really doing something unusual, but he's just actually thinking about it.
He's
I'm
taking
gonna
it to an extreme.
Yeah, I'm going to try and test this thing out, see if it works. But then verse 2, I said of laughter, it is mad. So it's like Now so pleasure's one thing, but then laughter's like, I'm going to get around people that make me laugh and see if I can just make myself happy by humor and all this stuff. And then he's kind of saying, well, I saw through the laughter. And I'm like, what is laughter? And what's actually happening? He's like, you know what? It just kind of seems insane when you think about it. Just sitting around laughing at jokes all the time and not really...
But this same Solomon will sort of speak well of laughter in the Proverbs.
He does.
A merry heart doeth good, like a medicine.
Yeah, like a medicine.
I think it probably has a little hint of getting on your nerves. I mean, you can only take so much of one thing, right? And it really, at the end, it's just.
Well, it's kind of like the three of us love comedians, and I mean, we talk about Kevin Neal and all these guys, that make us laugh. But I've noticed that you can only take so much of that stuff. You can only watch so many stand-up comics, and you're like, okay, I'm done with that. That was fun for a minute.
Yeah, sure. It's like the mandolin. You're like, that's cool. That's enough.
Yeah. Or it's kind of like Rock Mountain Live. Give me about an hour of it.
It's like a bad preacher. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a long sermon. It's great at the beginning, and then it turns into madness.
It's madness. Yeah, absolutely, it's madness.
That's really a wise statement, though, isn't it?
It is. If you live your life, like he's going to extremes, right?
Yeah.
If you're like, I just want to see how hilarious everything is.
Right.
After a while, you're like, all right.
I mean, even Jerry Seinfeld's like, you know what? I'm tired of making these jokes.
Well, if you want to zoom out, I mean, this is a whole book of Ecclesiastes, that anything in excess is none of these things. None of these things are, you use the Greek teleos, right? Mm-hmm. None of these things are the design, the end for which we've been created.
Right. Yeah. That's the problem.
And you take too much of anything, and it's bad.
I think right at the start, I said in my heart, I think you can't leave that part out when you think through and study through and meditate on what he's saying here and how that affects the heart in that condition, because even the we know how big the heart is in Scripture, right? Mm-hmm. The circumcision of the heart, the condition of the heart, and not from running from these things that Solomon's saying here.
Yes.
Right.
And do any of these idols of the heart satisfy your soul?
Only enough to make you mad at the end.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And Solomon says it's vain.
It's vain. And pleasure, what use is it? I mean, I think apparently Solomon loved pleasure, as we all do. What idiot would say, no, don't give me any pleasure,
Yeah.
But he's thinking about ultimately, and to your point, does it lead anywhere? Does it have any ultimate gain to it? And he's like, I can't really see that it does. Maybe it's great in the moment, but what use is it long term?
Yeah, I think your first two verses here apply to your top 7 list perfectly. I mean, I said,
don't see any pleasure.
This is mad, and then what use is all this? I really
tell that to the candy cane beard guy.
I'm just saying, after it was over, it was just really it's done, right?
So you ate the airplane. Okay, what did you really accomplish?
Was it worth it?
Yeah.
So I think he needs Ecclesiastes in his life.
He does.
That's what he needs.
He does. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, verse 3. I thought of so many jokes there, but all right. I really think that we could go a long way with hemorrhoid jokes because
I know. I was thinking this guy's urologist. Poor guy.
Yeah. Oh, what about that tongue girl though? Wow. Woo.
Yeah. That's colonoscopy prep must have been absolutely brutal.
Sounded like your first BB gun out on the back 40 at the house.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
Got that cardboard hanging on the tree.
Ding ding ding.
And then you aim at a bird, take your first bird out, and start crying.
Yeah.
That happened in real life to me.
That's when we knew you were going to be a pastor.
Yeah.
When you started crying over that bird.
Yeah.
I don't think this boy's going to be 100.
Still alive. I'm just like.
Whoa. We're trying to
put it out of his misery, crying with tears.
We're trying to get more people to visit our church.
It's hilarious. It's like a scene out of an old Western. Son, it'll be fine.
And at the end,
go back to the house with your mama.
It was at the end. It was meaningless. You just murdered the bird.
I know. I still feel bad to this day.
Dude, I'm glad he got it. I feel like he needed to get that off his chest.
Did.
Thank you. Yeah,
I didn't have that experience. We used to just pick squirrels out of the tree at Papa's house.
Oh, well, I guess that's
we
more
eat them
normal.
bad boys though. See that blackbird he shot. You ain't gonna eat that. Well, Coleman County.
Couldn't skateboard either.
All right.
Verse 3.
That was cathartic.
It was.
I feel like if I was preaching and he came down front and told me that it was a problem, major problem we had, we going.
I was like preacher. I was like,
and you were doing that. And I was like, slow down. You're crazy. All right, good.
I searched with my heart how to cheer my body with wine. Okay, so this is the first line of pleasure, long before sexual pleasure, is what kind of substance can I put in my body to make myself feel good?
Yeah.
Whether it's food or alcohol or whatever, sugar, whatever you can find.
Yeah.
This experiment couldn't have lasted long. I mean, I could have told you that, buddy.
Well, this experiment here will make you think of all these things he explains here soon, and it will make you go through with a majority of with all the things.
There's literally a word that everyone knows in English, and it is hangover.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think the experiment with wine could have lasted too long.
No. And wine, a friend of mine told me wine is worse than any other alcohol.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I guess. I don't
Fifth has been pled.
Yeah.
That's just what a friend of mine told me that.
Oh, a friend told you this story.
But did you have any wine when you were shooting that bird like that?
I wanted some after to numb the pain.
I'm never going to get that image out of my mind ever again. Him preaching to Sunday, I'm going to just be thinking him.
Felt so off. That little bird twitching there.
Take that. Yeah, no, I think.
But
yeah.
hey, heck of a name I had. A heck of a name.
Yeah.
Peck that thing out of that tree.
So
well done.
I was like, aim low, aim low.
If I could say something
fluttered down.
serious here.
Please.
This is a true story. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I got to piggyback on that now because
Piggyback.
I just thought of duck hunting when the bird was falling and the feathers were shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Used to love some duck hunting.
Great game.
Gosh, rad. Then we play that. Gosh, that would be the greatest afternoon. But this, if you want a learning moment here, I think that that you can take alcohol and say that this did nothing for the man of toil and vanity here, and if it is a problem, then you should solve it.
Yeah, you probably should
resolve it.
Probably shouldn't
Check
drink
out the
anymore.
hook.
Yeah,
My
you like
pastor
that,
resolves
didn't
it. That was good.
Well, his whole point is it didn't work.
Realize.
But what's interesting about the text itself is that he says, "My heart's still guiding me with wisdom," meaning I knew I was getting myself slap drunk, but it was an experiment to see if it made me happy or had some kind of meaning or purpose.
I did it for science.
He did it for science. Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
It was all for science.
You don't have to get drunk. I already did it, and this is what happens.
Yeah. In other words, he's like, some people do this and they're not even thinking about what the effect it's having on their body or heart. He's like, I'm really trying to see if it works.
Yeah.
I mean, he even says that next.
Well,
I'm trying to see how to lay hold of folly to see if it works, if it's good for the children of men to do under heaven during the few days. I mean, you only get to live a few days, so maybe just living them drunk is the way to go.
In my interpretation of this, which could be completely wrong,
No.
is Solomon is too prudent. He's too reasonable and wise when he's completely sober. Mm-hmm. And so in order for him to even get to a place where he would engage in folly,
Yes.
he has to use the wine to lose his inhibitions.
Yes.
And he probably wrote the whole thing out. Okay, first I'm going to drink this
Starts to
half
get
a bottle
more and more
of wine, and then I'm
illegible.
going to go listen to that comedian, that court jester for a while, and then I'm going to come back and drink some more, and then go get to a concubine, and I'm going to work this out, and then I'll come back when I past my drunken state and analyze.
Then all my slaves can carry me back to my bedroom and lay me to
I
sleep.
was thinking his journal gets more and more illegible.
Yeah. Well, first it didn't really work. So.
Yeah, I don't think.
What was I talking about?
I don't think. Yeah, I mean.
What?
Yeah.
Folly.
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Folly of fools. Just during the few days of your life. I mean, and people think this way. I mean, I make a joke. I make a terrible joke sometimes
Fact,
to pay.
Facts. Yes.
And I'll go ahead and say it, but it's just a joke to my wife or friends or whatever. And I said, I'm almost 50. I'm thinking about starting drinking and smoking. It's a joke. I'm not serious. I'm just saying.
Right.
My life is moving right along, so I don't think I would get lung cancer or liver disease at this point. If I started now, I could probably, be fine.
Gemini thinks we're asking her a question.
We're not talking to you. We're on a podcast, Gemini.
I want to see what she thought we were saying.
Yeah.
It said something about drinking at 50. I heard it.
Oh, it left.
Oh,
I heard it. Yeah.
did you say
It-
something about
yeah,
that?
it was
She just
said.
chimed in and
Yeah.
said, "Please don't start
I think
now."
she
It's
said,
bad.
it's not
I
a
think
good
it
idea.
said, "Aren't you the pastor?" I don't know what that meant.
I realize it's a joke, everybody. I'm
It
just
is a joke.
kidding.
So
Of course
it
you're
would be
kidding.
the opposite of you'd be searching for something opposite of what he was searching for here.
But my point is
Yeah.
just during you only have a few days.
Yeah.
And people think this way. YOLO.
Right.
YOLO.
And, I heard a pastor say, that's completely wrong. You actually only live twice. You're going to live forever in hell, tormented, or you're going to live forever in heaven with Christ.
Yeah.
And
That's good to keep in
so
mind,
you
Solomon.
don't only live once.
Gosh, man, we needed the book. The
I just
new
brought
book
it
of
back to
You did, man.
I was like,
this is all serious.
this folly we're doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get serious.
It was serious. I like
and it is serious.
Yeah.
And but it's
It is.
yeah, okay, carry on, please.
Well,
because we're having fun with this, but
it's very serious. Yeah.
You don't only
Solomon's
live
very
once.
serious. Yeah.
No.
You don't only live once. Okay, well, we're at the end of the podcast, so, I mean, we can't really get into his work, but I kind of wish we could with Jeremy, because Jeremy works, we really don't. That's a joke.
That's
To our
right.
churches, we do work. We
y'all
work
pray
a lot.
for a living.
But it's funny being in the ministry. Sometimes
right.
people ask, "Are you ever going to get a real job?"
Right.
Stuff like that. Jeremy has a real job. So it's like
Yeah, I do.
when you toil and work and
Yeah.
build and all these things, and you build your house, your property, your gardens, your pool, whatever it is, and you redo this, that, and the other, and it's just like, where does it all go to? And that's this whole next section is what, because Solomon was the richest man there was.
Then I've heard pastors liken this to like this verse 4 to like career success.
Yeah.
Personal accomplishments.
I'm
assets.
I'll leave. We haven't been joking, but I'll leave you for next week to think about this. But when I really was studying and reading through this previously, I first thought about, I made great works. I built houses, but he never built houses on what? A solid foundation.
Oh, come on.
With the cornerstone here. And I think that right there can be applied to y'all's next week of discussion, when it's probably a lot more serious with the.
I like that.
But it is. It says, I built houses. You can build all kind of houses, and you can do all kind of things. But if it's not on a foundation, and then it may be or maybe not be directly associated to, but planting vineyards and the growing, and how Jesus uses the word of the growing vines and the fig tree.
Yeah.
And I'm the weirdest guy about trying to relate things back to other that makes me think of Jesus, make me think of something. But when I just remember this verse being very powerful, that really truthfully, if I'm out drinking with the concubines all the time, I do not have a house building on a solid foundation.
That's true.
So I will leave you with some deacon knowledge.
That's good.
So,
Well, I've studied a lot of Bible with Jeremy, and he does always see connections from the Old Testament to the New Testament to Christ, and I've grown to appreciate that. And and we need to. I think this book, Ecclesiastes, leads to Christ. I mean, very, very clearly. It's like, if it's meaningless and vanity, you're going to have something else, someone else. But great study, guys. Wow, I really.
We love you
appreciate
too,
that.
Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley, talking about a wonderful lady of the church.
Oh man, Shirley Young is gold.
Holy cow!
Gold. Love that lady.
Yes, that is. She could be the grandmother to us all.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
But she looks so young though.
She does.
I'll point that out.
Even her last name.
Yeah.
She's Shirley Young.
She's surely special to us. There's no doubt about that. You like the way I do it? Man, I got all kinds of
That's so
dad
good.
jokes we can
So
get with.
good. Surely. We want to take a minute and thank you, Club Long Suffering. Listen, we're not going to read Isaiah today, and it may be that Isaiah takes a back seat because these Ecclesiastes talks are so good, and we don't want to go over an hour. It's just not good to do that, and we know some of you are hanging with us to the end, but I don't know, whatever we want to do. But thank you, Club Long Suffering. Those of you who've hung with us to the end, watching now, live, or later, you're catching this and you go all the way to the end. You're the bomb. Just the bomb. The boom, boom, bomb.
Yo, can I pray to end And
Absolutely.
I feel like
yeah.
that'd be a good ending to our podcast here. And don't be scared to let me come in with Rice and be in the second row
you
one
think
day.
you can put your hand through there?
This desk can move forward. I'm just saying, if you ever want to, have the background guy. So let's pray. Lord, thank you for just your word this morning. It's so true and it's so real, and we can apply it to our lives in so many different ways, Lord. And I just want to give you honor and grace and just all the glory from our discussions today and our talks. We love having fun, but we love your word more. Mm-hmm. Your word needs to be stretched out across this world and cover this world, Father God. We need the churches in this community full, not just for numbers, but for hearts, Father God. And we just love you. And Lord, we want to pray for this podcast. I know that this mentioning of the kid on the skateboard, even earlier in the day, it was a shout out, but really it was a shout out for that kid's soul and who he is. Man, I'd love to talk to him. And Lord, just there's many people that need your word and your gospel. I'm not judging him. He may be in a church every Sunday. That's not the point here. The point is, love thy neighbor. And Lord, we love you, and we want to continue to pray for the churches in this community and this world. In your name we pray. Amen.
Guys, enjoy it.
Yep.
Thanks again for joining in. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.
Maybe you were laid up sick in bed. Maybe you woke up and your goldfish was dead. You might be getting older and you just can't drive at night. There's a lot of reasons that you might have missed church, but you can still dig into the Word. So pull up a chair and open up your mind to Rock Mountain Live. Rock Mountain Live, it's time to thrive. Don't hit the snooze, we got good news.